welcome to Places to Go with Heather Gill. Of course, I'm Heather Gill. I'm on location today with Paul Russo. We're at VentureX in Castle Hills here in the Colony, Texas, and this is a beautiful place and a beautiful space to meet people.
Oh, it is. It is. It's that initial presentation.
There you go. But the most beautiful thing for you golf lovers is that we got some cool golf stuff here. Paul's going to tell us all about it. Paul, thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
Well, thanks for asking me. I know we've been trying to get through this for a little while, you know, and we're inside today because the weather's bad, which is perfect introduction for IPUTT Better.
I love it.
Because we have a golf putting trainer. It's made in the USA, invented by a friend of mine named David Grill. I've been looking at it for a couple of years, and it's a game changer. You want to get some strokes off your game and impress your friends? The Delta putt. So it's called a Delta putt because we have a Delta triangle instead of a ball. So you don't have to chase it around the house.
Right.
And you don't have to get it away from your cat.
Oh, there you go.
And it doesn't break things because you're not going to launch it into the window or, you know, whatever it is that you're going to launch into the wall. You know, this is, so it has, what's really interesting and unique is it has 3 different training sides. You have an amateur, which is a full size of a golf ball.
Okay.
You have a pro side, which is just a little less of the golf ball, the profile, and a tour. The idea is you got your putter, you got the puck, sweet spot. So if you're open or if you're closed, it's going to spin left or right. So the idea is, and we have our greens here, which we'll show in a minute, and you'll see on a couple other segments, is it has a line on it. So you can put straight down the line because a lot of people, when they go out to a putting green, they putt, but there's no real direction. It's just, can I make it that way to the hole?
Right, exactly.
So what I talk to people about is practice at home, impress your friends on a day like today. You can practice.
There you go.
Get out tomorrow because it's supposed to be nice here in Dallas.
All right, tomorrow's a better day. So
there you go. And then you'll have better putting practice. You'll take a few strokes off.
Okay.
If you do that wager thing that they always talk about, it's a way to make money. I'm just saying, you know, you got to hit all you got to hit it all.
So now I love this concept, and it's pretty cool in person. Hopefully you can see it on camera well, but it's a cool product. It definitely, I've putted a few times with it, and it's pretty neat. I have to confess, I'm the one who usually drives the golf cart around, but like if I was trying to get my game up to the next level, I think this would be the way to go about it. And I love the fact that you can use this at your house. You're not going to have to worry about knocking out one of the kids, killing one of your pets, breaking a window. It's going to stay on the floor unless you just really get aggressive with it. But
and,
I doubt
and not only can you use it at home, but you can use it anywhere there's a flat surface.
Right.
So what some of the golfers do is they'll take these smaller versions. So we have 2 different sizes. They'll take the smaller travel size and they'll actually take it to the course with them in their bag. They'll lay it out. They'll hit a couple strokes with this. Then they'll take the ball to the putting green. And they'll go to the driving range. So it's like practicing and warming up. So this would be an additional step where you get your stroke. And then when you go to the putting green, you can learn how the green's actually going to flow.
So Paul, I think you've got a really awesome product here, and I love how compact it is. And like this fits in a small little box. Tell me how you see people using this on a case-by-case basis.
I can tell you how we're doing that by who we're working with.
Sure.
We're working with junior golf academies.
Okay.
So you have junior, he wants to be PGA player, he's out there. I've taken it to golf academies and the instructors have been able to use this within a couple minutes with their juniors.
Okay.
And it's priced right, where the parents can afford it to take it home because then they can practice like a violin or any other instrument, right? You need to practice. You take this home in a combo pack or individual and they can practice and practice and practice. And then when they get out there, it'll show within, 30 or 40 minutes of them actually practicing it and learning their stroke and learning to move pendulum instead of their hips and just some of the different things that they learn at their academy. We're working with adults, same thing. Because not everyone starts as a small kid golfing. So there's adult academies. So the concept is pretty much the same. Even the pros, if you just watch the Masters, I was watching some of these guys and they were like getting right there and were just going right around the edge and they're going like, crushing. It's all about the practice, right? They've been practicing for years and years, but there's several PGA players that Dave, the inventor, has that use the product. It's always about practice. Once you stop practicing, you start losing your skill.
No, that's true.
So individually, it's a great product. Anyone, whether you're a beginner like yourself, so I could set this down and probably within 5 or 6 strokes, you would have the basic idea. And then you would work on the placement, like I mentioned earlier, of your putt to the device and in line. So it's a fast learn. It's an easy learn.
Right.
Anywhere you got a flat surface.
So you're telling me that you can take me from being a driver to being a driver
And a putter.
and a putter.
Yeah, see, I had someone say, what can you do for my drive? And I said, I can call you Uber, but since you're already a driver, you already have that, you know.
Well, I mean, I imagine if I learned the basics
Yeah,
of the
the
putt, I
basics.
could probably hit it down the fairway pretty well.
Oh yeah. That's the easy part. It's it's the
It's the
drive for
finesse.
show and it's the putt for dough.
Right.
It's about we can get you on the green, but what do you do after you get to the green?
Right.
You have to get in that little itty bitty little hole within a certain amount of strokes.
Right.
And by using our products, you're getting that practice.
Awesome.
And you will find I have some golfer friends that have used it, and one of them says, I've looked for a device like this for my entire life.
Right.
He's taking strokes off his game. People are going like, what are you doing? So it's a self-advertising thing. When people
love it.
see what you're doing, you're going to say, oh, I have this Delta putt device and I'm practicing. And they're like, really?
That's awesome.
So
Now, I can tell you're passionate about the game of golf. Give me a little bit of history that you've got in this realm. What got you into golf?
well, really, it's kind of funny. I don't play golf.
Okay.
So there's the thing. But
Ooh, don't tell anybody.
yeah,
Don't
well, that's
spoil
all
a
right.
secret.
No, I tell people because you don't have to be a golfer to get started.
Okay.
We all have to start somewhere, right?
Right.
So I will play golf eventually, but right now, so I'm practicing my putting. So my friend Dave that invented it, I know him and his wife for years, and I've seen the device, and I looked at it, and I thought, this is pretty cool. He sent me some,
Okay.
so I showed them to my golf friends. I said, hey, try this out, see
Yeah.
what you think. Give me your feedback. So over the last 2 years, I've been giving this away to different people
Okay.
for like a week at a
Nice.
time. I've given it to a couple high school golf teams.
Right.
They've seen an improvement within a couple weeks.
Okay.
So once again, it's all, how are you going to improve your game unless you practice?
Right.
You're not going to get better.
Right.
So it's all about the practice. Everyone that's used it, we're working with a couple major corporations.
Okay.
We've signed a contract with one. The first thing he did is he saw that, he goes, it's amazing how simple things can be so effective.
Right. Right.
And when
I'm
you
not
have
sure.
someone that's a major player in the golf industry saying that it's effective, I mean, immediately, that's the immediate feedback we get. They'll
Right.
hit it a couple times, they're like, oh my gosh, I know immediately when I hit the puck with my putter what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's the immediate feedback from your stroke
Right.
is what the golfers are looking
Right.
for.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, it's just like any other business. You see an opportunity, you look at it, you try it, and away you go. No, it's really interesting is that we're at one side of Interact. When I look at the other side, what's on the floor over there?
Yeah. There's the putter.
There's a Delta putt because they bought a couple and they
Okay.
have them out there with some putters so that when people come in, they can putt.
Oh, I love it.
One of the major contracts we've signed, they have them in their office with putters so when people come in, they putt for a couple minutes
Right.
and then they go into their meeting.
Right. Yeah. They
So
get
it's
the
like
little,
a de-stressor.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a great idea. I mean, I could see something like this in a doctor's office because they're waiting. You
Right.
know, any place you're waiting,
You need
it would make
something to
sense
do.
for something like that.
Yes.
So I would love to get personal for just a minute. So I'd love to
Okay.
ask like a bonus question.
All right, I
So
always love those.
Today in Dallas, it's a rainy day. I don't know when you're watching this, but it's rainy today. And I want to know kind of what your preference would be on a rainy day. Are you a rainy day guy who's like a Netflix binge watcher, a book reader, or like kick your feet up, pet your dog, just chill out? Like, what's your preference on a rainy day? Or is
On
it
a rainy
something
day,
else?
I'm gonna turn off the alarm.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up that blanket
Ah,
and I'm gonna sleep for like an extra half hour.
There you go.
Ish. You mentioned pets. You know, pets get used to eating at a certain time.
right.
If I pull it up, my cat's gonna be out there going like, "Hey, feed me, feed me. I don't care what
Right,
time it is,
right,
feed
right.
me."
Yep.
And then I just kind of hang out and surf a little bit, read a book. I'm trying to get more into reading books,
Okay.
and then as soon as it clears up, when it does, it's like let's get outside and enjoy ourselves.
Right.
I'll throw this down after a little while, and because it's not all about work.
Sure.
You know, I can tell my wife, well, I'm going to be putting around for a little bit.
There
right?
you go.
Get it?
There you go. I love it. So, and this is totally something you could do on a rainy day.
Oh,
Absolutely.
exactly. It's perfect for when people go, well, it's not golf season yet. I had someone in Michigan and it's still snowing. It's like, that's what this is for.
It's not snowing in your house, hopefully.
Exactly. Your house,
If it is, please call me because that's unusual.
Yeah, you have people that can help.
Right.
But think outside of the box when and where you can use this. We're talking with another company that does men's haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always looking for something to do, a game of
There you
chance. And this is set up like a shuffleboard.
Yeah.
And so he wants to put like free haircut. You get 3 chances. You land it in a certain circle.
Okay.
But once again, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
they're waiting.
Right.
So you're talking about gamification, which everyone is about these days.
Right.
You can create a game out of this with your friends, with your family. I have some people that have some golfers in their families, so the kids are playing with this during this virtual training time.
Okay.
So endless possibilities.
So Paul, I know you're a small business owner, entrepreneur. You know, as we're closing this out today, do you have any words of wisdom, anything you'd want to share with my audience?
I would. It's the entrepreneur. It's the, hey, I see something, it's interesting, take a look at it. Just don't say, oh, it's not going to happen for me. And show it to a few friends and see what your friends think. Ask them, what do you think of this?
Right.
Some will be game changers like this, some will be duds, but until you actually get out there and ask someone or try it or, you know, do something, you'll never know, because a lot of people do nothing. And doing nothing is not the way to go. A call to action is like I called Dave and I said, hey Dave, that's pretty cool. Can I buy one or get one and try it?
Yeah.
And, you know, he goes, yeah, I'll send you one.
Okay.
You know, bought me a little putter, took it to a few friends.
Nice.
But it's the actual doing something with an idea, a product. You know, I mean, you're a realtor. If you just sat there and never showed someone a house.
Right, I wouldn't be in business very long, would I?
Exactly. We all, as for either business owners, entrepreneurs, or aspiring business owners, need to take a chance.
I agree.
Some will work, some won't.
So take action is what I'm hearing, and it sounds like turn over those stones.
Yep, turn them over, give it a shot. If it appeals to you, take a look at it. Especially now with the internet and all that kind of stuff, you go online, you can find all about it, and just take that step. You'd be surprised how easy it is to be the next, you know, Shark Tank person.
You never know. I absolutely love it, Paul. Thank you for showing this to us today. Now, how can somebody get in touch with you if they want to buy this or collaborate around this with you?
The easiest way is pretty simple, IPUTTBetter.com. I came up with the name because I'm driving home going like, if I were to create a company as a golfer, what would I want to do? I would want to putt better.
There you go.
IPUTTBetter.com. I'm at VentureX in Frisco, Texas, so you can always call VentureX in Frisco, Texas. They know me. Just hit me up. You know, you can also hit my email, IPUTTBetter@gmail.com. So it's all about IPUTT Better.
There you go. You heard it from here. So Paul, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for asking me to come aboard. This has been fun.
Yay! Well, I've got more places to go and people to talk to, but we'll see each other around sometime.
Oh, we will.
All right, Paul.
All right.